Yeah, they're out of the playoff picture in the East, so and when you get to this point in the season, there are teams that have incentive to lose. And he was in foul trouble, too. He got his fifth foul 30 seconds into the second half, so he had to sit for quite a while as well.
I've never seen that either. And there's Jeremy Lamb with the three. 65% shooting since his return from that injury. And he just walked that one in, and he's trying to pad his offensive rebounds. In the open court, gives it up to James. No-look pass, back outside. There's the man you want. Man, I'm telling you, look like... CP3 couldn't hit his trademark, too.
Hopefully teams will start leaving in the open.
11-2 run by Houston. Swinging around to Walker. He can fill it up, and Capella clears another rebound. All the way to the basket for Eric Gordon. Count it. Does well is play defense. He comes off that bench and really gives them a good defensive player. Well, that's a good shot because Capella was right there to try to block it. And Dwayne Bacon, a youngster out of Florida State in his second NBA season with the basket.
He was sizzling on that one.
Oh, yeah. Eric Gordon's sizzling.
Hey, Bill, that's not what you said in October.
Well, I had to amend that one, Clyde.
We all did.
Adding new players, he's done a terrific coaching job this year.
Yes, he has. In fact, that entire coaching staff. James Harden gets one to go.
Rockets living at the line here in the first quarter.
Well, maybe that was for old time's sake. They just let him walk in for a layup. What the Golden State Warriors are going through right now.
Oh, boy.
Huh?
Well, it's called complacency. It's the fat pig syndrome, the fat cat.
This is not the right time of the season for them to be working on those issues.
Well, it's amazing how those good teams seem to have issues, but when the time comes, they always get them straightened out.
Yeah, it's a good point, Drex. And they've been to the finals, what, 5 straight years? So it is hard to keep it on the highest level for that long.
Yeah, especially when you got new players coming in and out. DeMarcus Cousins will make a difference on that team this year. Get that shot off, but the defenders stayed with him.
Yeah, I've always wondered about players who talk about the crowd because if you're losing games, it's hard to get the crowd involved.
Yeah, it's not a good recipe unless you want to get booed.
Well, they're not used to losing.
No.
At home. There's Gerald Green back out in familiar territory around the three-point line. Gerald Green taking it inside, had it knocked away, and he hurt his shoulder. Shumpert got the steal, but they stole it. Oh, Bridges with a miss. Clyde, you're still, oh no, you're still shut out. Harden back in the game now, and Bacon trying to guard him. What a great pass inside to Eric Gordon. That's going to be big how these teams will work out. What a great spin move by Capella. That was a little dream move there. Charlotte taking it inside and a steal by Eric Gordon.
Good D.
Eric Gordon to the basket. Lays it out for Shumpert. Get in there. Yeah, he's just changing the way you track the game, too. You know, a lot of young players now, you're starting to see. Oh, Fareed with the flush. Fareed gives it up to James. James giving it back to... Did you see that James picked off the center who was trying to get down the court to guard Fareed? Austin Rivers with another assist from Harden. It's just one of those seasons that people are going to remember for a long time. You're going to go back and look at this because where would the Rockets be without him?
A 500 team.
Yeah. Oh, Fareed.
Stand around, ignore them.
They know nothing about James Harden. We see him every night. We know how special he is.
Kemba Walker, pretty special himself.
He's a one-man show, though.
Yeah.
Drex, were you ever on a team where you were the one-man show and you had no other teammates?
Yeah, it was terrible because you got to play really hard just to win games at home.
His defense has been good, too. Their defensive rating has really been good over the last 3 games. Down to 4 seconds, down to 3. It's Kemba Walker floating it up over for Reed. That's a tough shot. And Walker is able to get the basket to go. Kemba Walker with a 3. How long will Mike go before he calls a timeout?
That's a good question.
Maybe one more, huh? Eric Gordon from the parking lot.
That helps.
Missed from the outside, and the ball kicked back into the hands of the Hornets, and Kemba Walker puts it up and in.
Nice pass.
Just wait long enough, and they will move out to try to stop the three-point shooters. Harden was very patient.
It's taking bad shots when the shot clock is going down.
James to the basket for 2. There he is.
Yeah, that's a beautiful looking shot. Memory. Now that you mentioned it, I do remember that.
Perkins used to light up the Rockets when he was at Dallas. The basket counts. Hey, that's your guy, Miles Bridges. Still plenty of time. Shot clock only at 10 seconds. Harden backs up and fires. He had a bunch of those that went in and came out. Run the last minute and a half, and that broke the ice.
An unassisted 3 off the dribble.
I think he is figuring out that three-point shot is his best friend. Kemba Walker with 2 and 1. Bridges, Kaminsky. Bridges with a left-handed 3.
Man pulled the wool over his eyes on that one.
Oh boy. Kemba Walker with a 3.
James gives it up to Chris.
James with the alley-oop. Capella, great hook shot. Left hand.
No long twos.
Kaminsky lays it up and in. Double team coming on Chris. PJ Tucker to the middle. Oh boy. You know what Capella's really good at too? There's a timeout by Borrego. Capella moves and moves until he finds an open spot. Willie Hernan Gomez. Kemba Walker. Great move.
Sounds good.
Why he was in the All-Star game. Gerald Green needs to heat up. That's a good time. Gerald Green sets up Eric Gordon. Oh, that's almost, I'm putting it down on the scorebook when he lights it up.
That was the most wide open one you'll ever see, but that one from Chris was right there.
In fact, I thought somebody would run at him, but nobody did, and it's answered by Devontae Graham.
Devastation that you feel by losing it and the exhilaration you feel when you move back in.
That's exactly right. Well, now Harden's got plenty of time. Usually, most of his threes, he's covered up. He makes them anyway. Look at Kemba Walker.
That's a heck of a shot. He's got to finish it off now.
Harden takes it for 2 and 1. Kaminsky missed the layup. And Fareed at the other end. But a win is a win, and the Rockets will get their 9th win in a row. Those teams, the Golden State Warriors, will be here. And the Rockets have handled them.
3-0.
Yeah. Rockets win it here tonight, 118 to 106. 22 points for Eric Gordon, 19 for Capella, along with 15 rebounds.